Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from the Retro Toyscapades channel in Malaysia. Some new images of the Motu Origins Wave 8 Anti-Eternia He-Man figure just hit the internet. And of course, I wanted to discuss it with all of you guys. To be honest, I'm still not sure if going with a full body color scheme that's darker than night itself was the best way to go with this character design. But one thing's for certain, he's definitely a fan favorite that's won over almost all of you guys out there. Checking out these new images, it's awesome to see that he gets everything that the original Series 1 He-Man came with. The chest armor, the axe and shield, and now a full power sword. All of which get an updated black and red color deco. Now, I'm not really sure if the color of his hair is supposed to be bright pink, like what we saw in some of the earlier prototype shots. But here, it looks closer to brown. And it seems to match the color of his shorts and boots a lot better. Also, I like how there's a bit of yellow thrown into the hinge section of his ankles, which kind of adds a nice contrast. From the back of the figure, it's nice to see that the full power sword that we're getting this time also fits nicely into the sheath on the back of the armor. And actually, you know what? They should have just had sheaths incorporated for all of the Motu figures that came with swords, especially guys like Fisto and Jitsu. Ultimately, when all is said and done, and without the fancy paint job, this is still just a kit-bashed He-Man figure based on existing parts that we've seen before. And in terms of being a straight-up He-Man figure release, this is probably only the second regular carded He-Man figure that we've gotten since the Wave 1 figure. The Battle Armor He-Man figure was a deluxe figure. The Battlefield Warriors set that also had a He-Man in there with a shiny chrome, that was an exclusive. And the upcoming Flying Fist He-Man figure is going to be a deluxe set as well. We did get another regular carded He-Man figure, but that was just a re-release of the Wave 1 figure, but with the vintage head. That in fact also came with the Battle Armor He-Man set. Okay, so that vintage carded re-released figure was just a mix and match job that you could just have done yourself, I think. But it was done at the factory level and sealed on card just for you. The head sculpt for the Anti-Eternia He-Man is probably the one area that I feel that they actually could have shelled out some cash to give us something new. As it is, it seems that this vintage style head is a bit played out by now. It's turned up in actually so many releases by now that a lot of people, I believe, are starting to really miss the Wave 1 Origins He-Man head. Okay, you know the one I'm talking about, right? None other than the one right here. You know, the one with the face that pretty much looks like he just found out his breakfast toast got burned. And you know what? I think that when this Wave 1 Origins head first turned up last year, a lot of people weren't really sure what to make of his expression. But then over time, I think it started to really grow on people, especially when we started to get multiple releases of the vintage style head. And a lot of people were asking, hey, what happened to that Origins head that came out in Series 1, all right? I think this was really obvious when they put out the Faker figure in Wave 5, and that came with the vintage style head, and it was cool, definitely. But a lot of people were saying that, there wasn't a lot of continuity there because, he's supposed to have the head that came with the Series 1 He-Man. So I'm not really sure if that Series 1 head sculpt is actually being phased out, but I went back and actually read the He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse graphic novel, and this thing's really solid. It really puts the Anti-Eternia He-Man character in the center stage, alright, as the character that's just going through the multiverse and slaughtering all these other different versions of He-Man. And I was just looking at the character expression of this Anti-Eternia He-Man in the comic book, and it just sort of felt like if they had used that Series 1 He-Man head, okay, on this new Origins Anti-Eternia He-Man figure, I think that would have turned out a lot better, okay? I mean, that actually would have turned out looking a lot more interesting. I mean, maybe it's just a personal preference, but hey, what do you guys think, okay? Would this Anti-Eternia He-Man figure look a lot better if they had gone with the Series 1 Origins He-Man head sculpt, okay? Let me know in the comments, okay? I want to know what you guys think about that. So guys, as the days and weeks go by, I'm just getting more excited and pumped up for the eventual release of this new set of Wave 8 figures, alright? When is it going to turn up? Where is it going to turn up? Okay, that's what we want to know, alright? So I'll be waiting, alright, for the release, okay, so that I can bring you the reviews as early as I hopefully can. And thank you for joining me as always. I hope you guys will stay subscribed, okay? Keep following the channel for more updates, okay? And I'll catch all of you again real soon. Thanks.